Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, stream, live, depending on where you're at and where you're finding me. This is Tarot at TARYNS, nonetheless, and I am Taryn. If you are new here, all readings are by donation. No donation is ever mandatory, just appreciated, and the ways that you can donate are up there in that little bubble, as well as on Facebook with stars. So to promote this new fangled Facebook stars thing, hi Janice. Thank you, Therese. Nope. To promote this new stars thing on Facebook, I'm doing so I'll take donations and tips and whatnot with stars, but also I'm going to do the 200 stars, and you can skip to the front of the line if we get a line like we usually do. Just a little incentive to try something. So, what is up? Thank you for sharing, Therese, Janice, Shawnee. Appreciate you guys so much. That is awesome. If you would like a reading, comment, let me know. I will be glad to do that for you. Actually, let me pull it up so I can see a little stars thing. How's everybody this evening? Absolutely, Shawnee. Hold on 1 second. Stream. And perfect. Okay, cool. So, Shawnee, and then Janice, and then Therese. Thank you for sharing, Randy. Randy? Ronnie? I just realized I read that wrong. Absolutely. We will be in the line. Okay, so Shawnee. Okay, let me. There we go. So Shawnee, we have what used to be King of Cups, someone in control of their emotions in our life, and someone connected and intuitive that was expressed how they felt. And now we have all of that emotional expression no longer in control. So we have Knight of Swords in the present, which shows them lashing out and being hot-headed and tense and argumentative and less in control of their anger and frustration than they used to be. So we see the Fool here in the future, which can speak to a lot of things. The Fool is jumping into something blind, being hopelessly idealistic, and taking a leap of faith in regards to this. So the way this reads is kind of funny. It's like somebody in our life has taken maybe a less than positive turn in regards to their perspective in the world, and things need to change, but we are optimistic that they will. So we're pushing for that change and being positive because we see that they've been collected and balanced and emotionally healthy and positive and optimistic in the past, and they're just being clouded in the present. So we're angling for some changes and we're being optimistic, right? Let's see. Absolutely. You are on the list. We are now on Janice. Like I said, I implemented a new thing. The readings are always by donation. Donations are never mandatory. If you would like to do 200 stars to skip to the front of the line. A little promotion for the new stars that they gave me on Facebook. Yes. Shawnee, you are welcome. If you comment, you are absolutely on the list. So, Janice, you're pretty intuitive yourself, right? You've got the High Priestess here. And because you've been following that gut instinct, that intuition for a while now, we find ourselves suddenly, well, not suddenly, but we are coming to acknowledge that we've established ourselves exactly where we want to be. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, which speaks to building a legacy and a life that you can hang your head on, that you can pass forward into generations. And Nine of Cups is the cat that ate the canary, right? It's abundance. It's having everything that you could ask for. So this is acknowledging that you found and aligned with your flow, with your intuition, and you've let it guide you, and it's guided you right to where you wanted to be. That's always good to see. So please. If you are new here, we are multi-streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I can take comments and requests for readings from any of those platforms. Readings are always by donation. Donations are never mandatory. The way that you can donate are at the top of the screen, as well as with stars on Facebook. If you like a reading, just comment, I would like a reading. I'll be glad to have you. If you like these readings, feel free to share, tag your friends. It helps me do more and more of this. Queen of Wands, my favorite queen to see lately. Queen of Wands is a do no harm but take no shit kind of queen. Queen of Wands is, I see her as an island, standalone, fierce queen of her castle, needs no help in ruling, and rules through action, gets things done. But this is not a harsh energy. This is a very matter-of-fact, stubborn, it is what it is. And kind of along the lines of that last reading, you've put yourself exactly where you want through not taking shit. And so you've put yourself in good company, and that good company has stood the test of time because of that good judgment and that unwillingness to yield to people that don't belong in your life. So we've got Three of Cups, which is positive connections and celebrations and enjoying good company. And Six of Cups is company that's been around. That's nostalgia. That's from our youth, and it speaks to long-term friends. And in the middle, and the common denominator is that strong, fierce queen, right? Let's see. Ronnie? Janice, you are absolutely welcome. If you have not further updates, checked out the first episode of our podcast yet, it is now available pretty much everywhere you get your podcasts: Stitcher, Spotify, Back Porch Folk Podcast. If you have any spooky stories, any stories of feeling God, seeing a ghost, dealing with a fairy, accomplishing some magic, whatever it is that you've seen and believe, write into our email, backporchmagick@gmail.com. It is in the description as well. Tell us about it. Let us talk about it on our show. We'll be recording another episode tomorrow night. So Ronnie, this feels like we are letting Knight of Cups is generally someone that is a romantic interest or someone that seems too good to be true. Knight of Cups is feelings, emotions, relationships. Knights can be chivalrous and look good on this is like the knight in shining armor, but it's not grounded. It's a youthful, it's a potential energy, right? But it feels like in this case, we're letting this knight stand in the way of our self-confidence or our progress. So we have Five of Pentacles over here, which is feeling like we do not have the resources we need to get through to survive, right? It's a lacking. But on the other side of this knight is the Queen of Pentacles, which is in control and established and taken care of and takes care of others from this confident place. And the block in the middle here is this knight. So you have to figure out who that is and how they're standing in the way of your seeing yourself for who you are and feeling your empowerment, what that you deserve. Let's see, Melissa, Melissa Katz. What are you guys up to this evening in COVID weekend land? Ronnie, you are absolutely welcome. Yes, absolutely. If you comment, you are in line. You are on the list. So this feels, Melissa, like we have, it kind of feels like we know we've been pulling away from somebody that needs our help, or we've been pulling away from, we've been avoiding the fact that we need help from someone else. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm not sure your situation, which way it goes, but we have Queen of Swords. Swords is the mind, so us logic and anxiety telling us, pulling us away from what we know to be true, which is that either someone needs something of us or we need to humble ourselves and ask for help, one way or the other. We keep talking ourselves around and out of. Krista Marie. Hello, Justice. Welcome. Melissa, you're absolutely welcome. Jojo, thank you for sharing. You are absolutely on the list. Krista, so let's pick this apart. We have the sun, which speaks to warmth, peace, happiness, abundance, right? Contentment. Seven of Cups is like analysis paralysis, being overloaded with too many options and not moving forward, right? So right now we have that freeze, that inaction, that lack of choosing, ending us in Five of Pentacles, which is struggling financially or struggling to feel secure and on our feet. It looks like we need to acknowledge, pick a path, right? We have plenty of options, and any of those options will lead us somewhere we need to go, but not choosing makes us stuck in maybe a bad place. All right, Crystal. Tea. Gosh darn it, Crystal, what are you doing? So we have the Three of Swords in the past, which is a heartbreak we are familiar with. We know exactly what this is in reference to, right? Seeing you. Um, in the present, we have Eight of Swords, which is having the blinders on, not it is being blind to the truth, not seeing a situation for what it is. In regards to Knight of Wands, this particular masculine energy, and how we're acting, how we're behaving, how we're moving forward or not because of this bullshit. What are you doing? Do we need to talk? Do we need a private reading again? We'll do it. I'm here. Let's see. Who else do we have on the list? Samantha. Um, if you are new, all readings are by donation. No donation is ever mandatory. Just appreciated and encouraged. This is my business, my gainful employment. If you'd like to donate or tip for your reading, the ways to do that are in that little bubble up there, as well as with the stars on Facebook. If you would like to skip to the front of the line, you can do that as well. The ways to book a private reading, which is also by donation, or buy a deck, or check out our podcast, or write into the podcast. All those details are in the description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Be glad to answer. Nope, not going there. Thank you. And let's see, Samantha. Okay, so this also looks to be about a relationship that in the past, Two of Cups, This is, seeing eye to eye, truly seeing each other, being on the same page. This often speaks to soulmates, or, if you don't believe in soulmates, then a strong, equal, even-footed connection. That here in the present, it feels like you're carrying the brunt of the weight. We have 10 of Wands, which speaks to hitting burnout. I can't carry it all by myself. Whether it's you've chosen to take it all on, or it's been all put on you, or the other person is just not carrying it anymore, or you even isn't in the picture, whatever the situation, it's no longer sustainable. And we've hit a point where we're just burnt out. We can't keep going on like this. So this is in the present, but it's temporary, right? Because we hit our needs, we acknowledge, and then we pivot, right? So we have the Magician, which speaks to I'm having a stroke, I apologize. Our capacity to create the life that we want. So this is not the life that we want, right? So we don't stay here and pity ourselves. We go, no, this is not what I've had, and this is not what I will maintain. So we make some things happen, make the magic happen, make some changes, and take charge of our life. You may have just slipped to this place, and you're welcome to linger in the shock of it or the bullshit of it for a second. Go, I hate this, whatnot, whatever. But then we make things happen. We make change happen, right? Because who is ultimately in control of your life? Not a tarot deck, not me, not anybody but you. Let's see. Lindsay Velasquez. I'm going with that. Dun, da, da. The theme for today is stubborn men. So again, we have 10 of Cups. In the past, things going smoothly, being on the same page. This is basically the same reading as the last one, all over again. Things were positive and going smoothly, and this is celebratory. Cups is in regards to emotions and relationships. So we were on an emotional high, and we felt like we were on the same page. Now, in the present, we have King of Swords. Swords, again, is the mind, the king of the mind. This often in this deck speaks to me as a man that is caught up in his head with anxiety or stress, or is manipulative or toxic in some way. And right now we have that leading towards 10 of Swords, which is being a victim of trauma and pain and heartache and grief. Now is the time where I like to remind people that tarot doesn't predict the future because it's not set in stone, right? We change it every day with every decision that we make. So this shows you where things are currently headed based on likely probability. And then you decide if you want to continue heading in that direction or make changes accordingly. Now would be the time where I might maybe tweak my course. If you'd like to do a more in-depth reading, feel free to book a private one-on-one reading. We do those via Zoom call, and we can talk through whatever that might be. Let's see. Next we have JoJo. And then that will catch me up. So if you would like a reading, comment, let me know. You can be next. Lindsay, you are absolutely welcome. Mr. Maurice Jones, you can absolutely have a reading. You will be next. Take care of Jojo on screen. So currently we have the king and queen, king of cups, king of emotions, queen of swords, queen of logic and mind, connected by the devil, which is vices or being tied by things that are a burden to us that only we can get ourselves out of. So this feels like it speaks to a toxic connection or a connection that is brought on by a shared vice or something that doesn't benefit your life. So this asks to speak to maybe the source of or the defining factor of this relationship dynamic, this connection. Uh, Mr. Morris on YouTube. So, Mr. Morris, it looks like things look bleak in the present. Seven of Pentacles. In the past, we we're working on building up our nest, building up our foundation, feeling secure and confident in our home life. And right now, Five of Swords, this is grief and loss, and I call this the cost of war. So it's the things that we lose in the chaos of life in the world. So it looks like things might be a little unfortunate right now in the present, and we might not feel very optimistic. But this is temporary, short term. So moving forward, we have the Ten of Cups, which is feeling content and happy and accomplished, and like we have, like our needs are met, right? So things were looking up, and they will continue to moving forward. This is just a temporary phase. Do not get caught up in the anxiety that things aren't going to be better, because they very much are. All right, guys, that is me caught up. So if you would like a mini reading, comment, let me know. You will be next. If you are new here, all readings are by donation. No donation is ever mandatory, just appreciated and encouraged. This is my job. If you would like to donate for a reading or support what I do here so I can do it more, the ways to donate are up here in this little bubble, as well as these stars on Facebook. If you would like a reading, share this video, comment, say, I would like a reading, hate me next, whatever you would like to say. You will be next. Mr. Maurice, you are absolutely welcome. All right, let's see. trying to say? Oh yeah, if you have missed the updates, the first episode of our podcast launched and landed pretty much everywhere you get your podcast: Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Music, Amazon Music, podcasts. If you would like to check out the first episode of that, Back Porch Folk Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, everywhere else. If you would like to submit your own spiritual story, experience, do that in the email in the description of this video. The deck is in print. You can still pre-order in the description if you would like to do that. More updates to come soon, plus some other cool stuff. All right, I think that will do it for me for today. If you have booked a private reading, I will see you this weekend and next week. Aside from that, I will probably be back Monday evening for my usual Monday Night Live. But until then, or until next time, love and peace and happiness and all that good stuff for you, because you deserve it. See you soon. Love you guys. Bye.